Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to today's lesson. This is lesson 89, Hearing Middle Sounds, part 2. These are the state standards in Tennessee for today's lesson. And here's our first sentence to read together. Make sure you read with me. You are my... I'm going to help you with this word. You may have already read it, but I'm going to sound it out for anybody that hasn't read it yet. Best. Best. What's the word? Best. You know, I thought with the picture that might be the word dog, but that is not the word dog. It starts with a P. Maybe we should sound this word out together too. P-E. What's the word? You're right, pet. Let's read this sentence together one more time through. You are my best pet. Oh, it does look like this dog is loved, doesn't it? Let's read this sentence together. We have a... Did you read this word? I'm going to sound it out. D-ish. Dish. For the cat. Let's read this together one more time through. We have a dish for the cat. I can see that this cat is eating out of its food dish. Now we're going to review some words that have our digraphs, our letters SH that make the sh sound, and some words that have our TH that make the th sound. This is the word sh, ah, p. What's the word? Shop. I'll help you with this one too. P, a. What's the word? You're right, path. You read this word. What's the word? Math. Good reading. You can do this word too. SH says shh. What's the word? Shot. What's this word? Wish. This word? Thin. We read this word earlier in our lesson. I see SH. The word is dish. You can hear and say the sound in the middle of a word. Some words sound the same in the middle. You can match words that sound the same in the middle. Today we are going to listen to the sounds in the middle of words. What sound do you hear in the middle of the word mop? Mop. You hear ah. Ah, like in the word ostrich or octopus. That is the short sound for O, ah. What sound do you hear in the middle of the word hog? Hog. You're right, you hear ah. You hear ah like in the middle of the word mop. This is the short sound for O again. Sometimes the letter O will make its long sound. The long sound of O sounds like O, like in oats. Vowels say their name when they make their long sound. So O says O when it makes its long sound. What sound do you hear in the middle of the word soap? Soap. You're right, you hear O. That's the long sound for O in the middle of the word soap. What sound do you hear in the middle of the word toad? Toad. Yeah, O. O says its name. You hear O, like the word soap and toad. In the middle, you hear the O sound. What sound do you hear in the middle of fog? Fog. You hear ah, the short sound for O in the middle of fog. What about the word pot? Pot. You hear ah, the short sound for O. What do you hear in the middle of the word road? Road. You hear O. O says its name. Like, listen one more time. Road. Do you hear O? Just like in soap, you hear the O sound. What do you hear in the middle of boat? Boat. You hear O. O says its name in the middle of the word boat. What do you hear in the middle of cot? Cot. You hear ah. You hear the short sound for O, ah. What about the word rope? Rope. You hear O. O says its name in the middle of rope. Let's sort the pictures. If you hear the short sound for O, it will go with the picture of the mop. You hear the ah in mop. If you hear the long sound for O, it will go with the picture of the soap. You hear O in soap. What about the word goat? Do we hear ah or O? Goat. You're right. We hear O in goat. Goat, soap. We hear the long O sound. How about hot? Hot. What do you hear? You're right. You hear ah in hot, like in the word mop, the short O sound. How about the word coat? Coat. Do you hear ah or O in coat? You're right. You hear O in coat, just like in soap. How about rot? Rot. Do you hear ah or O? You're right. You hear ah in rot. How about bone? What do you hear? You're right. Bone and soap have the O sound, the long O sound. How about hop? Hop. Do you hear ah or O? You hear ah, like mop. You hear that in the word hop. All of these words have the short O sound in the middle, like mop. They all have the ah sound. Listen for the ah sound in these words. Mop, rot, cot, fog, hop, hot, pot, hog. All of these words have the long O sound in the middle, like in soap. O says its name. Soap, coat, rope, road, bone, goat, boat, toad. Can you think of any other words that have the short or long O sound in them? Good thinking. We have a poem to end today's lesson. Today's poem is called Slippery Soap. Slippery, slippery, slippery soap. Now you see it, now you don't. Slide it on your arms, 1, 2, 3. Now your arms are slippery. Slide it on your legs, 1, 2, 3. Now your legs are slippery. That's a kind of a funny poem too. How does soap disappear? You're right. And the poem says, now you see it, now you don't. Maybe that's because the more you use the soap and rub it on your arms and legs, the less the soap gets, the more it goes away until it finally disappears. This poem had some long O sounds in them. Let's look at the title again. Slippery soap. Do you see a word with the long O sound? Or you hear the long O sound? Yes, soap has the long O sound. I saw some number words in our poem. Take a closer look. Do you see the number words? 1, 2, 3. And I see them again. 1, 2, 3, right down here. Let's read our poem one more time. Slippery soap. Slippery, slippery, slippery soap. Now you see it, now you don't. Slide it on your arms, 1, 2, 3. Now your arms are slippery. Slide it on your legs, 1, 2, 3. Now your legs are slippery. Thank you for listening and participating in our phonics lesson today. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you next time.